And Tom from DIY Life Tech, and you might be wondering, what are the little green dots on your Aerogarden plants? Particularly, I find these happen on basil. And warning here, if you're easily grossed out by bugs, you might want to look away, because that's in fact exactly what these little dots are. I'm going to try to get close so you can see. There we go, that'll put you off eating these plants. So what those are is they're actually aphids. You can see they're these little bugs, almost like little beetles, getting very, very close up to the plant, and they can swarm and cover the leaves of the plant here. And they're gonna eat the leaf, so it damages the plant, but also it's just not that appetizing to eat this after you've seen it covered in these little beetles. They also secrete this sort of sticky substance, and so that's not something you necessarily, it's not harmful, but it's just kind of gross to have that on your plants. You can see little dollops of that substance coming out of them there. And they're very slow moving, so you won't really see them move around unless you sit here for a long time, but that's what the little green dots are. And even if the plant is inside, these guys still find their way in. They could come in on your clothing, if there's an open window, on a pet, there's many ways they can get there. And once they do, they often swarm the plants. So there's a couple things you can do. You can move your plant, like transplant your plant outside. Usually outdoor plants, there's more competition. There'll be beneficial insects that'll eat these guys. Like, for example, ladybugs love to eat aphids. So if you move your plant outside, give it a couple weeks, oftentimes these aphids will be gone through natural causes. Another way to deal with it, you can get an organic aphid killer. You can get it from the plant store, and they have some different soaps, for example, you can spray on. You really have to coat both sides of the leaves. And the other way you can do it, especially if they've just started to arrive, this one is pretty well covered, but you can actually pop the whole plant out of your Aerogarden and wash it gently under the water to wash off any of the aphids. And then remember to get both sides of the leaves, because they hang out on the other sides too, and then put it back in. This infestation is probably way too far along for that to work. And it depends on the plant. So again, basil tends to get these a lot, but look, my mint plant over here has basically none of them. So you can also try in your next round, if you're prone to getting aphids, you can try to raise a different plant. But unfortunately, this is just part of the experience of Aerogarden gardening, and it's a couple ways you can handle it.